The recession, job losses, credit meltdown, restrictive mortgage guidelines, short sales, foreclosures created a perfect storm to erode buyer confidence and opportunity. Our job as realtors has become increasingly difficult, and the American dream ran the risk of becoming the American nightmare. However, this new year brings new promise. As poorly as the market did here, other places around the country will fall worse. And we're lucky enough to have as our product the real estate market of Staten Island, which continues to be the most affordable borough in the greatest city on earth. With improving economic conditions and government stipulation in the form of the renewed real estate tax credit, the end of 2009 and the start of 2010 have brought renewed promise. So I cautiously look forward to continued improvements as we go through the year. Now, during these difficult times, as immediate past President John Bernanke, is that my first one?
I like that.
Love it?
I like that.
Nice.
It's got a certain ring to it.
As he mentioned in his remarks, SIBOR leadership wasn't hiding underneath a rock. We went out of our way to use the lull in the market to introduce new technologies and educational opportunities to get our members ready for the rebound. But we're not stopping there. We're continuing to roll out new tools and new programs as early as next week. I'll be leading a contingent of directors to Manhattan to attend the Inman Real Estate Connect Conference, one of the most technology events each year in our industry. We'll be looking for the next innovation to make SIBOR realtors the best that they can be. And during the rest of the year, we'll do more of the same. Now, if you're a realtor, I encourage you to make an effort to get off the island and investigate some of these opportunities just on your own accord. Now, the promise that I spoke about earlier also comes in the form of ever-developing technologies, technology that we at SIBOR continue to try to cultivate. Our members enjoy free educational opportunities and workshops in order to be equipped with the latest tools and to meet the challenges of a continually changing marketplace. And as the market changes, we have to change as well. During my presidency, I promised to focus on these opportunities, and I urge you to join me in equating yourself with the state-of-the-art consumer tools and services that we provide. SIBOR has already instituted a variety of different tools to help advance member businesses. Privacy, Property Shark, CSS, Point 2, and once again, that free education. I want to continue the path of SIBOR's positive changes. However, I do need your help. I realize that the needs of the membership are many and varied. My door is always open to suggestions and to comments. It was actually due to member suggestions that SIBOR changed its billing cycle in order to ease the burden during the holiday season bill time. I know you've had many good ideas, and I want to listen to them. But every president does have something that they like to work on throughout the course of their administration, and this president seeks to raise up the bar. And while looking for new and innovative technologies is a start that we've started already, we must also have a commitment increasing how we communicate with you. With such a rich diversity of people and all the varying ideas and cultures among us, we'd be remiss if we didn't urge everyone's voices to be heard. And as nice as it is to hear what a good job that the members of this board are doing, I'd rather you tell us what we're not doing that could benefit you better. But you don't expect me to do all this by myself now. So please join me in embracing the mindset of progress. Be proactive with me. As Margaret Sanger said, self-complacency is fatal to progress. I know we can do this, and I know we'll all be proud. Realtors continue to be at the forefront in helping to frame local, state, and national politics to help stimulate, stabilize, and strengthen the real estate market. And as much as it sometimes feels that the public doesn't realize how involved we truly are, I know how hard we work in our communities. We have members in various civic as well as charitable organizations throughout Staten Island. We participate in many things, including city planning. So yeah, I do feel very fortunate to be part of this realtor family. So let's get to work, all of us, and let's do it for the right reasons. Now, before I end my remarks, I have to take a couple minutes to thank some very special people. I'd like to first thank our now immediate past president, he loves that ring, John Bernanke, for both his leadership and his friendship throughout this past year. John had the foresight to try new things during the course of the year. Successful things, like the new president's monthly video message, was one of the new things that John instituted over this year. And secondly, for his friendship. Rarely did a week go by where John and I didn't speak. And most of the time, it was normally during an early, before 9 o'clock conversation, and John provided me with valuable insight into how to prepare for this upcoming year. I'd like to thank the various elected officials that were able to attend tonight. Thank you, Congressman McMahon, Borough President Molinaro, State Senator Savino, and Tatone that stopped by. And I also thank all of the elected officials that had given me phone calls of congratulations earlier throughout the day and throughout the week. I thank you for your service to Staten Island and appreciate how all of the elected officials work to make our jobs as realtors easier. Everyone on Staten Island benefits from your own efforts, and I thank you. I'd like to thank the fellow members and the directors of this association who have found me worthy to lead this fine organization, one that's been around since 1915. I'd like to thank the SIBOR staff and CEO Sandy Kruger for their efforts in making my jobs as real estate professionals and also as volunteers of this organization just a little bit easier. I'd also like to thank two people that are partly responsible for me being up here tonight. Past President Dawn Carpenter and Director Fran Artino. A while back, I was involved with the board, and I kind of took a little bit of a sabbatical, if you will, and both of these ladies kind of reached out to me and said, you got to come back, you really have to, you got to get back involved with the board, and I thank you very much for that. Hopefully, I won't disappoint either one of you, so if I do a terrible job, you can put these two ladies over. So, thank you very much, I do appreciate you. I'd like to thank my office for their support and encouragement over the course of this year, as well as the previous 2 years. This year promises to be a busy one, not just for myself, but hopefully for the office and everyone's real estate market, and I really look forward to the challenge. So I do thank my office ahead of time for this year and for their support. I'd like to thank NYSO President Hank Freeze, President-elect Susan Goldie, CEO Duncan McKenzie, Brooklyn President John Reinhardt, Mr. Bob Eichner from Manhattan. For all of these individuals came off of Staten Island tonight to be here, and I really, really appreciate the fact that you guys all came down to celebrate tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'd like to thank my brother and his wife, and my sister and her husband for coming tonight. I appreciate you guys coming, and you can pick up the checks later on after this. I have to thank my wonderful mom, Valerie, for all her loving support and encouragement throughout the years. She always believed in it. I'd like to thank my dad. It's hard to find words that can describe the impact a father has on his son. The knowledge that gets passed down from generation to generation is invaluable. And as I said at his installation when he was state president, that he's my hero. So, thank you. Last but absolutely not least is my family. Throughout my life, I've had to have made many decisions. Some difficult, some were easy. By far, the easiest one was marrying my wife, Laura. Babe, you've been one of my biggest cheerleaders. Your love and support means the world to me. And I feel blessed to have found somebody like you to live by my side. And the daddy's little girl, Victoria, little Pledge of Allegiance girl. And to my little boy, George. It's very easy to be proud of two kids like you. You guys never cease to amaze me. When I come home at night and hear the two of you yell, "Daddy!" it always ranks as the favorite time, my most favorite time of the day. So I thank you and I love you guys both. And to all of you, to my friends, to my family, I really appreciate everybody coming out tonight on a Friday night. We're going to try some new things this year to try to spice things up a little bit and change things around. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the night, and I hope everybody has a healthy and prosperous 2010. Thank you.